Hey everybody, and welcome back to our channel here at 360 Player. We are an app all about football development, and in this video we're going to talk about 3 exercises you can do to improve your passing with just a partner. Passing is a very fundamental skill, and it's very important that you are a good passer, regardless of what position you're playing on the field. Especially for me, I played center midfielder. That was one of my favorite things to do, was just delivering a long through pass or slotting a teammate and putting them in a great position to be successful. There's really no better feeling for me. So passing was always one of my favorite skills to train. These drills are extremely simple, but if you're trying to improve your passing, they are effective. The first passing exercise you can do is just passing through gates. Basically, set up 2 sets of cones, depending on the distance that you want to train away from each other. If you put the cones closer together, that means that the exercise is going to be more difficult. If you put the cones further apart, it's going to be easier. So basically you can adjust the difficulty of this drill very simply, and you go out with your partner and you play passes through the cones to each other. Try to keep the ball on the deck, maximum control. That's very important. Try to use the inside of your foot when passing. Your foot has this arch in the middle. That's a very good place to strike the ball, especially if you're trying to get those proper fundamentals in the beginning. And that's the same part of your foot that you use to trap the ball when it's coming in. So basically when it comes in, get the control of the ball and then send it back to your teammate, and that is the way that you do this drill. Try to place the ball in the center through the cones as possible to work on that accuracy. Second drill deals more with longer passes. This is pretty much the same concept, but if you want to work on those long lofted passes, you can basically set up 2 sets of cones. Instead of just doing the gates, this time you're going to set up little squares. And again, if you do bigger size squares, that makes it easier. Smaller size squares, that makes it more difficult. Usually you can do about 20 meters apart, but you can do different distances depending on the distances that you want to train. And basically you're going to be sending passes across to your partner, trying to land it inside the cone. If your partner that receives the pass can trap the ball and stay within the square, that is the goal of this exercise. A great way to track if you're improving, you can actually measure this and give yourselves a point each and every time that you're able to trap the ball and keep it inside the square. This way you can keep time for like a minute and see how many can you keep inside the square in 1 minute, and then you can track if you're improving and make a little competition against yourself and try to get better every time. That's the way that you're really going to improve. When you're striking the ball on these longer passes, you can also use more of your instep or more of your laces. It doesn't have to be the inside of your foot to try to get underneath the ball, lift it in the air. This is a great way if you're trying to switch the field, send across. This is the technique that you can be practicing in order to deliver a ball accurately. The third very simple passing exercise, you can actually use the same setup or similar setup to what we had in the first drill. You basically just need 2 cones. Set them the distance away from each other that you want to practice. You don't even necessarily need cones, but I think it's the best if you do have 2 cones. And then you're gonna pass on one side of the cones, and then your partner is gonna receive it, bring the ball to the other side of the cones, and then pass back. So you're essentially passing in a circle. You can do this drill with 2 touches, usually is the best, but you could also take additional touches or those sorts of things. This variation is really good to practice that collection touch, bringing it around a defender or bringing it around somebody else, and then delivering an accurate pass to your partner. When practicing all these passing exercises, you can vary your touches, you can vary how you're collecting the ball, trapping it different ways, practicing different things, get creative with it. The most important thing is that you're getting lots of touches on the ball, and you're gonna improve if you work with that. That being said, guys, smash that like button and subscribe if you're new here. We are starting to release a lot more video content to help all of you guys. If there's videos that you want to see us create, leave some comments down below in that description, because we are here to help you guys to be your best. With that being said, we'll see you in the next video.